Nicky Devlin, Ayr United club captain, and you're watching Quill 18.
Hey folks, Quill 18 here, and welcome to Management Mondays, where for week 2, we are playing Football Manager 22. We are back in charge of Ayr United. The last time we had a big long run with Ayr United is back in Football Manager 17, I think. We did dabble a little bit with one of the previous versions, but really we haven't played this game properly in years. And it's very exciting to be back in. We're committing to at least one full season here of Football Manager as Ayr United, with maybe more, depending on response and things like that. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, cool, man. I saw your resub. That was awesome. Hey, Zesty Willow. Hey, no vrooms. We still don't have. We've still got to come up with all our memes and things for the Football Manager. But we will see. How's everybody doing? Hope everyone had a good weekend. I have not been in contact with Nicky Devlin in a while. He's not even played for Ayr United. He hasn't played for a couple of years. I don't know what team he's on right now. I really haven't monitored that. I got to keep up as much as I can. Dun 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 dun. Kick trick. Yeah. It's going to be way more enjoyable than watching Manchester United go out of the FA Cup in an hour's time. Damn, Wayward. Yeah, I wish I could catch more varied foot soccer ball here on the TV. There is some. There might be some extra channels, but like, it would be nice to have a little bit more. We'll see. Find him in game. I guess I could just do that. Where is Nicky Devlin these days? He's playing for Livingston. Whoever that is. Oh, Premiership, Scottish team. Okay, Scottish Premiership. Well, good on him. Oh, that's wonderful. So hopefully he's doing well for himself. That's really good news. Excellent. I'm ready for questions towards kick. Premier League's great at the moment. So many great managers and players. Excellent. Real life Ayr United this Saturday had their very first match with their brand new manager, their head coach, because they'd booted their head coach earlier last year, and then had a temporary one. But I think he went like 1 win in 12 games or something like that. So they sacked him right at the end of December, and they just picked up someone new, and they won on Saturday. I think 1-0. So good on them. We'll see how that goes. Big Bolin, yeah. Is it Jim Bolin, something like that? So we'll see how that all goes. I don't know. And they didn't call me. I know, right? Like, seriously, Livingston is a stop on the train to Edinburgh. Ah, excellent. We'll have to go and check it out. Say hi to Nicky, my good personal friend, Nicky Devlin, of course. Yeah, we'll have to go and see them again. Could we be able to rename staff youth players? Well, that might be an interesting thing. So there's something to be said about not renaming the real players, with one exception here. Mick Forty. This is our Norwegian with the name that I had a hard time pronouncing. I figured if anything, we'd give him a nickname and Scottish him up a little bit, so he's now Mick 40, as opposed to his real name. I thought that would be a good idea. Yeah, that's Fjortoff or whatever. Mick 40. So we just show him how to be. We're including him in the Scottishness that is our squad. That's all that's going on over there, and that's going to be a heck of a lot easier for me to handle. But yeah, what we could do when it gets to youth intake periods, and those are all regenerated players. So none of those are players they're generated players. They're known as regens. None of them are real people in real life, and so they just have random made-up names. So that might be a good one for us to name people. I don't know when the youth intake period is for us. It's not for a while, but I think that's something we'll look at. Mick Footy. We have to rename one to Monty? Well, maybe. We have to rename one to Monty, name one after the champion. Well, we'll take a look at that once we get our regens. Anyway, today I'm hoping to do 2 matches. They're both cup games. So I did go and do another friendly, the friendly against Falkirk after the stream last week, as discussed. Or maybe I did both these? Yeah, I guess I did both these friendlies over here. But today we've got 2 real matches. Now, they are cup matches, group matches in the Premier Sports Cup, and they're both against fairly low-ranked teams. So we're definitely going in as the favorite. It could be a good one to get a little bit more warm up, and hopefully that'll go all right. Definitely in a week from now, next Saturday, next Saturday in the virtual world here, we're up against Kilmarnock, who are considered our rivals. We really would like to win against them if possible. It's going to be tough because it's going to be an away game. But yeah, East Kilbride today is going to be an away, and then Edinburgh City is going to be a home match. So they're happening pretty quick because this is on Saturday the 10th and Wednesday the 14th. So not a whole lot of time in between. I have done a bunch of work on various tweaks to the training schedule as well, mostly trying to add in a fair bit more training a little harder. I hired a data analyst as well, so we can do match previews and match reviews, which is going to go a long way towards helping our tactical familiarity. Hopefully, we'll see. Hopefully, we can pull it off. But yeah, East Kilbride, sorry. And hopefully, we're not incredibly tired. I'm not sure. We've worked a little bit on some of our set pieces, lots of team bonding activity. If we look at our dynamics, our team cohesion is still considered to be very poor. Hopefully we can work on that. I mean, the club atmosphere is not too bad, but yeah, there's not a lot of friendship between the groups. At the end of the last stream, we did go and look at mentoring. I did then go and do a lot of reading on mentoring, watched a lot of videos that other people did about mentoring as well. There's still a couple of fuzzy areas in terms of how the social groups might interact with mentoring. It seems to imply that mentoring is a good way to pull people into the course social group. On the other hand, I think maybe if the mentor and mentees are in the same social group, then they might learn the skills faster. So there seems to be pros and cons. I think ideally it would be nice to have everyone in the core social group so that they're going to be a little bit more friendly, and we'll see. But one of the big things, we've got Jack Baird over here, who is an influential player as is, and he's got this resolute personality, which is quite good. So he's got a bunch of youngsters in his group here, and hopefully he can encourage them to become more resolute, which would be really good. The other thing going on is Joe Chalmers is going to hopefully be able to influence 3 of the youngsters over here to maybe be a little bit more professional. Salkeld and McAdams are also in secondary social group A because they joined the team at about the same time. It would be great if we could pull them into the core social group as part of this as well. We'll see how it goes. Looks like Aiden McAdams actually isn't going to get much out of this. I'm wondering if it might be worth just dropping him so that we can focus on the others. That actually might work a little bit better. I think I will do that. I think I will drop McAdams from this. We got some gift subs! Oh, from New Roman Gamer. Thank you very much, New Roman. Cheers. Thank you. Yoso Palder says, a thing to note in training is that automatic training never adds map preparation. That actually helps you play better specifically for the next match. Only teamwork. And that is true. And that's a good point, and I should talk about that. Absolutely. See, I think I'm going to take McAdams out of this. Just because he wasn't going to get much out of it anyway. And then group 3 over here, the idea is mostly to have Mick 40 over here. Well, actually, what was the idea? Oh, and sorry, influence on group. Sorry, I was wrong over there. It's Sean McGinty, who's fairly determined, and hopefully influence it. Mick 40 is 26. He's basically the same age, but it looks like it will influence him a little bit. Unfortunately, McGinty's not in a core social group. So maybe this training isn't even worth doing. But I think I'll do it anyway, because we might be able to push a little bit of the determined. Not that determined is that important, but it should be better than balanced. Because I think McGinty is actually, with the 16 determination, presumably he will be able to boost the determination of the other players. Yeah, we've got an 11 for Albinson here, and Mick 40 has also got an 11. So hopefully they can become more determined from Sean McGinty's tutoring. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see. Why Air United? It's because we love Air here. We've been visiting Air for like a decade now. Santa Monica did a semester of college there, and we fell in love with the town, and it's become a very important part of our life. We got Whiskey and Chalk from Cool Man Nachos. Thank you very much, Cool Man. Time for football puns. Action speaks louder than your coach. He who fumbles must be humble. Did you hear about the center that wore hiking shoes? Rimshot. Our coach is kind of a big deal. Friends don't let friends auto-draft. Huh. I don't get all of those necessarily, but thank you very much, Cool Man. Much, 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 much appreciated. I know you had a big resub today as well, Cool Man, at 84 months. Thank you very much. 84 months from Cool Man Nacho. That is amazing. Also, June at 56 months. Finn McCool at 81 months. Bedinsis at 26. Silent Hunter with a 1-year Twitch anniversary. Bitter Old Guy at 37 months. Bodum's at 59. Gradfian at 5 months. Red Skinner at 9 months. Twitch Baby. Fennel Goldenrod of Ecrement at 11 months. The Omega at 7 months there too. So thank you very much for that. Let's get footballing. Okay, so that was the training over here. The other thing is with the individual training. So what I did, Man, I spent so much time last week on this. I took a real hard look at all the players, tried to get a really decent count of everyone in every position that we might have, figure out who might be able to even be cross-trained into something else, and so I've assigned individual training to everyone on our squad. We also, these 2 green ones, you can ignore them. These are people who are here on a trial. So they're just players that are just here for a week, mostly as a way for us to check their stats. Because I'm kind of looking for an extra person who would be a good person in the ball-winning defender, ball-winning midfielder slot. And I think they were possibilities over here. Florent Hoti is really, really good. Really good. Unfortunately, he'd be, like, impossible for us to hire. He's way too expensive. Maybe if he somehow becomes a free agent, it's going to be a possibility. I don't know. Patterson is a free, but didn't turn out to be that exceptional in terms of stats, so I don't know if we're going to be looking in there or anything like that. So you can ignore the green, but otherwise, you can see the plan here. So our strikers, Mackenzie and Salkeld, are being trained in the pressing forward role, and Moffat and Adeloy are being trained in the advanced forward role, although Moffat is, 36 years old? Yeah, so I mean, there's not a whole lot of new training to be done there. He's a really good linchpin of the team, but I suppose overall the time might be limited for him. He might be retiring at some point. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll keep an eye on his physical attributes in case he's decaying or anything. We'll take a look. On the left wing for the midfield left winger position is Patrick Redding over here, who we're training up. Patrick, I felt he's got the 4-star ability. Currently, he's more comfortable being the defensive left, but that's a really easy position to play. I think he's got a lot of potential for playing on the left wing over here. All the attributes that are being highlighted as important in that position are looking pretty good there. Aggression and anticipation are the only single digits. Oh, and decisions as well, I suppose. Well, I suppose there's a couple others, but overall, it's looking pretty good. I think we might be able to train him there. We're going to do a few weeks of training in this position, see how comfortable he gets, but I think it should be relatively okay. We actually don't have a lot of things for that left wing position. We do have James Maxwell currently on loan to us, and he's happy playing defensive left or midfield left, so we're going to get a lot of use out of him filling those positions. In the center, Aaron Muirhead is currently working on the ball-winning midfielder role. He's got some excellent aggression at a 17, just really good, and his tackling's already in a good position as well. I mean, he's 30, so I don't think there's going to be a lot of extra development, but that's definitely where we're going to be playing him, and we're going to be very happy with that. The other center midfielder roles, so again, ignore Hottie over here. So Andy Murdoch and Muirhead, I think, are basically our 2 center starters quite frequently. So Murdoch over here would also make for an excellent ball-winning midfielder. So there's some flexibility over there too. I think we're definitely going to want to keep him around because whether we're playing as a straight-up center midfielder or the ball-winning midfielder, we're going to be in a great position here. Chalmers is interesting because Joe Chalmers can play a lot of different positions, but I think we are going to want to really train him up for the sort of center midfielder kind of subset. I don't think he's as aggressive. Yeah, his aggression's a 7, so he's not going to make a very good ball-winning midfielder in any way whatsoever. But as a generic center midfielder, he should be relatively okay. So we'll see. Like, it is kind of weird because some of the stuff he's really good at, like, he is a really good free kick taker. He's also got great, like, he's not that tall, but he's got decent jumping reach. He's kind of shit at heading, though. So it's like, there's a few things that we could consider him for. We'll see. He does have fantastic stamina. How's his passing? Only a 9. That would be the big thing. If his passing get up higher, we might do something like switch him into like a playmaking kind of role as well. But for now, we're just going to play him as a generic central midfielder. It's going to be a lot easier to figure things out. Quick Google search, and that's about 8 distilleries, 50 miles around air. I mean, that's most of Scotland, though, right? On the right wing, things are interesting because there's actually a few possibilities. Arguably, up to 4 players currently in our squad could play the right midfield, the right wing over there, which is sort of too many. So it's like trying to find like other ways to balance it out. O'Connor and Hewitt. So Dare O'Connor, who we actually really enjoyed last week when we played, seems to perform pretty well. I mean, he'd be comfortable being an attacking midfielder, but we're not playing that comp. I did go look through a few different formations. Slightly more forward-loaded formation with like attacking midfielders on the wings and things to see if we can really get something. There's really our squad doesn't really support that sort of thing, unfortunately. Dara O'Connor would definitely be able to do it, but he's also going to be good just playing on the wing over here. So that's what we're going to be using him for. It's him and Hewitt, Michael Hewitt over here. So, and he's already super comfortable over there, 20 years old, and hopefully a lot of potential. Great stamina, and decent acceleration. The natural fitness of 18 is actually stupendous. Like, just really, really, really quite physically fit. The downside for him is currently he's not very good at crosses. Also first touch. He's not actually a good ball grabber. He's not someone great at being passed towards, or even handling the ball overall. Although his dribbling's not bad. But defensively, you know, decent aggression. His marking at a 9 is not bad in this league currently, the tackling either. So defensively speaking, that's going to be good. So I think part of the thing we want to think about for a strategy, I think our right wing over here is really going to probably excel in a somewhat more defensive role. Well, it's hard to say because Dara O'Connor here, I mean, he can. He doesn't have the double-digit tackling, which is too bad. Yeah, it's almost like, so Dara's going to be better as an aggressive right winger, and then Hewitt is better as a defensive right winger. So we actually might alter the tactic depending on who's playing in that role. I don't know how that works with training and whatnot, but it might be something like that. You consider playing someone as a Mazzala instead of a central midfield role? Well, no, mostly because I don't really know what that would mean. Modern interpretation of the Mazzala. A central player likes to drift wide and operate in half spaces. Essentially, a central/half winger likes to do his defending slightly further upfield, though he does generally have less defensive responsibility. So that makes me think, so if we assign Murdoch to a Mazzala, it would be more, he'd operate maybe a little bit more in this area? That's interesting. Or I could flip these two. Hold on, I kind of like this, because I was thinking the left wing might end up being a little bit more aggro, because Redding, I think, has got some good potential for that. He's got 13 crossing. What else? There was something else that I thought was pretty impressive. He's not quite as fast, admittedly, but he's got good crossing. And there was something else that I thought, oh, he might have a good vibe for it. So we could plan on sort of moving more aggressively at the wing, which might mean our ball-winning midfielder, maybe we want him on the left center middle. Flip these two, and then change the center midfielder to a Mazzala, so he's a little bit more active here, while this one stays a little bit more defensive, right? Oh, you can't have a winger set on defense? It's either attack or support. Interesting. But then we'd have the Mazzala operating there, with the winger staying a little further back. So we got kind of a zigzag pattern for the attacking moves. I don't know. On the other hand, Sakel theoretically might stay a little further behind Moffat, so it sort of maybe makes sense for these two to, like, so if Muirhead's sitting a little bit further back because he's defended, and then Sakel would want to sit further back and hang out in this sort of space over here. I'm not sure. I want to know. Anyway, I want to talk about a couple others, but there's not really much going on. This cup game should be lower tier team, so we don't have to necessarily run all of our top players. I'm going to put in Moffat. He's our strongest striker right now, but as much as possible, a lot of the other positions are going to be filled with people who I think have good potential for the role. And that's what I used. I used the the squad depth, right? If you look over here, this is their, well, if I put it in the positive one, which we're going to be running, this is our current best. But then if you start looking at potential ability in the various roles, and that's sort of the sort of vibe I was looking at for a lot of these things. And so it might be a good one to get a little bit more practical experience on the newer players. So put in Moffat, then a bunch of the newer players in some of the wings, which might mean instead of playing Maxwell here, it might be really nice to run Finn Egerpont. Egerpont is our 18-year-old that was set to our under-18 squad that we brought up here. I think he's going to be an exceptional left winger. I might not start him, but I think he might be a priority for a sub. And Maxwell can play in either one of these positions on the left, so what might happen, depending on how it goes, I might, like halfway through, I might move Maxwell up to the wing here, and then just bring in Egerpont for our fullback. So we'll see. There is a defensive winger role. Like, I could, it's literally just called defensive winger. And I mean, you could run defensive winger as a support as opposed to a full defend as well. Right now, I'll leave it as a generic wing, and we'll see how it goes. Where's Maxwell on loan from? I don't remember. It's a great question. From the Rangers. So I think we're ready to go. I think we hired a fitness coach last time, and I also got the performance analysis so we can get a little bit of data over there. We do have one injury from training, Jordan Houston, who is going to be one of our Actually, he can play on the right wing, but I think we're going to use him a little bit more as the fullback. He's better at the fullback right now. I think he can be cross-trained as the right wing. He's currently injured, but not for very long, just for a few days, and that's okay. We're in fine shape. Okay, let's get it started. Tactical meeting. Changes the team. No, I'm not going to do any of this. I'll go ahead and accept these opposition instructions. That's going to be fine. We are recommended moving from positive to attacking mentality. I'll just leave it on positive. We should be stronger here, so we should be overall planning on attacking and really dominating that way, but we'll see. But I'm going to avoid making too many changes because we don't have that much familiarity with our tactics right now, so I want to keep the tactics that we've been practicing. We have a cautious version and a more positive version of the tactic, so we are running the positive version, but we're going to limit it there without going tackle hard or anything. We're trying to avoid injuries. We should be okay. Reduce some defensive duties. That's actually not a terrible idea. Oh, that's if we were going attacking mentality. Yeah. So, no, we're going to be fine. We'll go to team selection. I've already selected the team. I'm pleased with this. Let's go. Yes, and some people are lacking match sharpness. That's just reality, but it's too early in the season. We do have some players who don't have the tactical familiarity with the formation. We know. We're trying to work on that with the training. But, you know, the other way to get familiar is just to play it. Again, early in the season, that's pretty typical. Go to match. Okay, so East Kilbride versus Ayr United. Used to be able to get on one of these startup screens how many yellow and red cards the referees were giving on average, and you could use that to adjust how aggressive you were. If someone didn't give away many cards, you could maybe tackle harder. If someone did give away a lot of cards, you may want to like hold off the tackle just to have to draw any penalties, but I don't know. All right. Our assistant manager seems to be pretty good with his recommendations. We're not going to have him talk because we're really good at it, but we'll mostly go ahead and listen to him. Let's try to like pump it up. Come on, we should be winning this one. Get out there and kick some ass. Okay, not a whole lot. I'll just tell all the various positions that I have faith in them. All right. I mean, everyone's still composed, which is good. What we're mostly worried about is anyone like sort of checking out because they might feel that it's not a very important match. So we'll see. It's on the match preview the day before the match. Thank you very much, Rob. All right, it's game day. This isn't away. Oh, and it's raining too. I think we're mostly okay with that. We'll see. Again, maybe more airballs. These outfits are they make me think of like Jester's outfits. What the other team is using here? I don't know. Not hearing much in the way of audience. Oh, do I have the game muted? I do have the game muted. There we go. Let's say there are some people here. We are playing at their stadium and it's not very big, but we'll see. We are in the red kit today, or sorry, the blue kit. We're not in the stripy one. There you go. McAllister to O'Connor. O'Connor did really well in the friendlies. He seemed to be really good at running the ball up the side. He did lose control over there, unfortunately, allowing Malcolm from the opposition to take it, send it back to the goalkeeper, who's sending it deep to Miller. Is it just me, or did it look like he grabbed that with his hands? I'm assuming it was a chest ball, but it looked like he grabbed it with his hands and then put it down. Salkel with an air ball to Moffat. There's too many players around Moffat, but he does send it out to our wing, Redding here, who does push it up. He's looking for an opening. There's no one to cross it to. He's going to try. He's going to have to. But yeah, oh, O'Connor! Oh my God! I mean, that was not a very good angle or direction. He was basically heading it blind, but he does send it to the goal, which is pretty impressive. We lose control. That's not a corner kick or anything like that, but almost like that cross was never going to be an easy one. There's Mick40, our Norwegian that we've renamed. Up to Maxwell. He's our loner. That's quite good. He sends it deep forward. Unfortunately, there's no one there to grab the ball. And again, I think those are fails in sort of like tactical familiarity and team cohesion and stuff like that. You know, being able to read what everyone else does. These guys are... Oh, I thought it was going to be a throw-in. It's amazing he got to it in time. Hey, Cornelius! Oh, McAllister with a little bit of a block. Not was much of a pass. Up to Moffat, who is in position this time. He's trying to run it up. He's going to get squeezed in, though, the 36-year-old. Sends it back to O'Connor. Oh, he's picked up a bit of a knock, apparently. Salkhead tries to boot it in. We are going to get a corner out of it, which at least is something. Yeah, how badly hurt is O'Connor? Potential knee injury. Like, sometimes they can walk it off. I don't remember if there's like a color for the difference in injuries between this is fine and might go away versus it's actually a big problem. Could sum them off immediately. It's really early. Yeah, rub some dirt on it. Knee injury, that's why you have two. They won't walk it off when it has that symbol. Thank you very much, Wardar. Do you know what symbol is which? So I could bring in Hewitt, which I guess would be the thing. I mean, Hewitt is one of our players who's got great potential for this position. He's not that skilled now, and unfortunately he doesn't have a lot of sharpness. I was hoping to bring him in for the last, like, 20 minutes of the match as a way to, oops, hold on. Let's cancel this for a sec. As a way to bring in some extra sharpness. Yeah, it does say he's hampered by it, so does that mean, like, he won't bounce back? It's football, not knee ball. It's hampered by injury versus feels like he can shake it off. I'd change it. Okay. I don't think this text existed in the last time I was playing, so it is useful to know this. We could wait another few minutes. You know what? Let's, just in case it changes. So it's currently 13. Let's give it another few minutes just to see if the text by any chance can change, just for science. Reading with the corner does get headed away by Miller. I don't know if it was using our corner kick tactics that we developed last stream. And then get reset? I don't know. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. Yeah, he still says he's hampered, so he's signaling for a change. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna use Murdoch. I mean, so what we could do is we could move Murdoch from the center to the flank, or even Salkeld from the front back, and do a sub over there instead. I really do want to play Hewitt. I'm just worried, like, at least his condition is good, but his sharpness is so low. So, out of curiosity, if we were to just move Salkeld, we could bring Adeloy in. That wouldn't be bad. And alternatively, if we moved Murdoch, we don't really have a good... Well, Chalmers would be okay. I feel like that might be better. I think I'm going to move Murdoch to the flank. And then bring in Chalmers, who's sharper and a little bit more skilled as is. I would still like to bring in Ekrapont and Hewitt later, just so that they can develop a little bit. You know, they're in a learning position, and that'll be good. But I think this is going to be the way to go here. I think I like this. All right. So Chalmers to the flank. Let's go. All right, there's Maxwell. Pass it to McForty. Up to Murdoch. Reading on the flank. Oh, he's got a little bit of a window to move. Excellent. Pushes it up the thing. Our wide play here is going really well. And our left flank... Oh, my God! Beautiful! Our left winger here is set to attack, so he's going to go much deeper before setting up the cross, which worked out wonderfully there. Moffat again, is our real seasoned... Yeah, we'll still make the change. Our real seasoned striker. Again, he's 36, but quite good. His skill, his technical skill, and his tactical ability is certainly covering for any the potential physical slowdown that might be happening. And honestly, I think his physical stats are still pretty good. Moffat moves it through the window to Salkeld, but Salkeld does not have enough speed. What? Let me take a quick look over here. What are Salkeld's physical stats there? Because that was a really good opportunity. His pace is only 12, his acceleration is only 11. Yeah, he's not speedy enough to make it through there, at least not yet. Maybe something will improve, but okay. Hold it, Magali sends it deep forward to Moffat, who gets tripped up. A penalty is called. But did the ball go in after? I guess it was after the play, so it doesn't count. We got a penalty kick. Yeah, that was definitely a trip up. Muirhead takes it, sends it directly into the goalkeeper. I tweak the, what's the set piece situation over here? Set piece takers. You not set the penalties? There's corners, free kicks. Oh. Then throw-ins. I mean, a penalty is sort of a free kick from the box, but... Oh, penalties is its own screen. There we go. There we go. Well, Muirhead is considered to be our best penalty taker. Well composed and a 20 skill there. With Moffat coming in second. And it was Muirhead who took it just now, I think, right? Alright. Sure. Penalties need to be taken by the one it was inflicted on mostly. But wasn't Moffat the one... I thought Moffat was the one who got tripped up. That's why I was confused. So I was both expecting Moffat to be one of our best penalty takers, and I thought he'd been the one tripped up, but clearly not. There's too many M's! Wow. Okay, I gotta watch that again. Where's the timeline that you would just click on? I guess I have to wait for the next highlight? I mean, I have replays turned off. There used to be a timeline bar with the events, and you would see them, and you would click on them. Is there an option to return that on? There's not that. I don't know. I mean, I hardly ever use that timeline. There must be a way to go back to, like, the events. What if I click on this? Is it? Okay, Miller sends it back to Stevenson. There's tons of dudes, but there's no tackle. He just sets it up, so no one's on Miller. That's what's going on here. There you go. Let's try this again. Let's keep an eye on Miller here. Moves in here. This is kind of a fail, but that's probably McForty. Yeah, McForty kind of likes Miller by. It's not offside though, because McGinty moved forward. If McGinty had held back a little bit, we might have been able to get a bit of an offside trap. I don't know. As the play doesn't return to the live, it just keeps it going forward. I don't know. All right, McForty, McGinty, and I think a lot of his tactical familiarity and lack of team cohesion. You know, little bit of lack of coordination. It's like, you must have it, right? No, I thought you had him. No, you had him. Oh God, no one's got him. Moffat carrying us here. Nice shot on goal. Ooh, he doesn't hold on to it. Goalkeeper with the little butterfingers giving us a corner kick. Hello. Joe Chalmers taking the corner. Headed. Oh, McGinty goes for the header. And that is the strategy we're trying to use. A lot of that near post kind of stuff. You get a throw in close by. Murdoch corners it. Goalkeeper does knock it away. McAllister is going to restart the action. Keep up the pressure. He's taking his time over there. Gets to Maxwell. Joe Chalmers. Joe Chalmers, did we not put him on the right? Oh no, we moved him to the middle. Renning gets it to Moffat, who shoots from far away. Nice little, like, kind of a 1-2 hit there, but it was a little far away and not necessarily delivered with the power to defeat the goalkeeper from that far out. Coming up on half time now. This is who's on first situation. Timeline bar in the upper left. Well, I mean, I can click on the time, which is what I just did, and we can go to the things. Frick's sake, what is going on? Oh, we're going to do some yelling. We're doing some yelling here. What the hell? Not angry, just disappointed. Throw his water bottle. I don't know. We're going to point finger aggressively. I'm disappointed. And we are. There you go. Seem motivated. Good. Get your ass in gear here. We should be crushing this one. Come on. All right, we're going to start with possession this time. Saka sends it there. Oh, McForty, why are you yellow? Did you get yellow carded? Are you injured? You have a yellow card. Where did that happen? Oh, just in the extra minute here. As I was talking about something else. God damn it. We're going to keep McForty in here. We don't have a huge depth in center defenders. Malcolm on the other side. Okay. All right. Now, we have moved forward a bit because we've already done a sub as well. Is anyone looking, like, particularly tired? We have 2 yellows. Oh, my God. Let's bring in Baird. For McForty. I don't like it when your defenders have a yellow card and then feel like they might not be able to go for a tackle. I gotta save our third and final sub until later. Of course, they get yellow cards. Teach them to tackle Canadian football. Isn't that how it works? You just body check them, right? Cannon goes long. McGinty keeps it up to pressure. Salkel grabs it there, stabilizing. Muirhead to the flank with McAllister. Moves it up to Murdoch, who replaced our right winger who got injured. McAllister off to Salkel, but we're kind of pinned in over here. Yeah, we're going to have to center it up, I think. They've got us pinned right up against the foul line here. I don't know if that's the right word. Oh, Murdoch, he does move it forward. Cross it to Moffat, who gets the head on. And it's tied up now, finally. Now, It is possible we'll do better in the second half than the first, simply because lower tier teams will often burn out faster and may not also have the depth of substitution. And so sometimes you're suggesting that I sub out Sockheld here. He has been running around like crazy and he's definitely tired. Yeah, let's, you know what? I'll bring in Afo. Fine. And honestly, maybe we can use some fresh legs up front to finish scaring. Yeah, Moffat's carrying the team. Please don't retire anytime soon. We really need you to stick it out while we develop some other skills here. Head sends it way back to McAllister. McAllister looking for an opening, but he's just seeing a wall of red. Murdoch looking for another big cross. Can he find some? Oh, Afo! I saw the netting move there. I don't exactly know what happened. Oh, Afo must have hit the side of the net, but no, it was still in play. It wasn't a goal kick or a corner or anything. I don't know. Really confused. Yeah, we can yell from the sideline. That's true. Not instructions, but shouts. Yeah, I'm going to demand more from the whole team. Come on! We need to get our 3 points here. Right, 3 points for a win. 1 each for a draw. Murdoch, Muirhead. Might depend on the competition. Afo, back to Muirhead. Then McGinty. Looking for a way to move it up. We're going through the center this time. Sends it straight up the middle. Afo keeps his head on. Unfortunately, can't get it to Moffat. Wasn't able to head it with the precision needed. Muirhead, there you go, with a nice tackle there, taking the ball away. Gets it to Murdoch on the side, who might not be able to run it up. Nope, back to Muirhead. McAllister, so many M's on our team. Muirhead gets it to Afo. I was going to say Afo looks nice and open. To Chalmers. Chalmers getting a little surrounded. Gets it up to Afo, who stabilizes it with its chest, but then hits the post. Oh my god, we are going to have control over there. It's going to be, I guess, a throw-in because where they did it, but I guess it didn't lead to anything. Jesus. Always 3 for a win. All right. Down to the last few minutes here. I've got no subs to do. Well, we're not going to YOLO it because I don't want to get a loss, but come on, guys. You can do it. Just one more push. One more push. 4 minutes of extra time. 2 minutes left. I don't like it. It's in my end. This is not good. I don't want to highlight in my end right now. More Owens. Come on, get the ball away from them. Get it away from them. I'm so tense. Owens looking for the cross. Can't get it. Our defenders are right up there. Harassing. Take the ball away. Come on. How much time we got? We got about a minute left. Okay, they're sending it deep. They still have possession. Miller sends it out to Wild. Sends it to Finley. No. Come on. All right. It's time to throw the water bottle. Wow. I mean, there's still some play, but I'm sure we're best to be able to whistle. Especially there we go with the turnaround. Now, is there going to be one more? One more push? Afo? Muirhead? No, you got to boot it in there. We got no time. That's probably it. Or not. Keep expecting the whistle. There it is. I'm doing an excellent job role-playing in Scottish. Well, there'd be a few more harsh vocabulary choices. Hey, Rob, thank you very much for the bits. Better throw water than whiskey. Oh, man. I'm not really happy. No. Throw a water bottle. Come on! We should have won that match! All right, it did motivate everyone. Charlie Albinson getting a bit anxious. He's our backup goalkeeper, I think. Jack Baird has been demotivated as well. Honestly, Baird, you actually didn't do too bad. But no, we're gonna commit to it. We'll see if this gets reported in the press. 3 shots on target, 3 goals for them. We actually have a really good goalkeeper too. The problem is the shots they had, like the defense was really, really weak in those situations. That is incredibly disappointing. Holy crap. And Dare O'Connor has got an injury. Okay, bruised knee, just out for a day or two. That's good. That's all it is. We're gonna have a press conference. Kick this off. The first question from Paul Grant. You have anything to say about the amount of stoppage time added, costing your team a result in the process? No. What? No, the team was fine. We're not gonna... Yeah, I didn't get a good feeling how much time there should have been, but it seemed right, and we were sloppy at the end. Because it is true, because they scored in extra time in both halves, right? Stephen Old scored 2 minutes in extra time, and Elliott scored 4 minutes in extra time. But no, we were sloppy. That's all there is to say about that. You're concerned about how your players might react to such a late defeat. I think we'll be fine. I was pleased with that performance. Never nice to lose, especially when we deserved more, but I think we'll be fine. I was gutted, but to be honest, didn't deserve to get anything out. No, I'll go with this one. It's never nice to lose like that, especially when you deserved more. I think we'll be fine. How damaging was it for your team to concede on the brink of halftime like that? Disappointing. We felt we had the edge in the first half. Yeah. Not the start you must have had in mind. How disappointed are you with today's results? I'm very disappointed. It's upsetting, and the players are really feeling it too. Michael Moffat's goal was a bit special, wasn't it? Oh, it was absolutely brilliant. It was beautiful. I mean, what a man. All right. So a little salty. Moffat shines even as Air failed to win. Uh-huh. And the thing is, we've got a match in just another 3 days at this point. So today is match review and recovery, and probably a little bit more cursing. We'll probably calm down a little bit. We'll see. So that was East Kilbride. And then, yeah, so that was a Saturday match. So we got Sunday for basically recovery, a little bit of a standard practice on Monday, and Tuesday is sort of match prep over here. We'll do the match preview. And you know what? Match preparation, defensive shape, I think... Well, here's the thing. It should be another dominant team. We should be dominating against Edinburgh City, in theory. But that was the same thing last... They're in League 2. Not even League 1. League 2. They're 2 leagues below us. We should be crushing them. I am tempted to do defensive shape preparation so that we're better at defensive positioning and marking. And maybe that's all it is. You know what? I mean, that was the flaw. We're going to keep that practice in there because that's clearly what we needed. Yeah, and who just beat us was also a lower tier team. Yeah, no, it was very upsetting. Very upsetting. You may have, I don't know, it was a little subtle, but I was a little bit disappointed by the results.